But no, it's funny too because all the other avenues you talk about as far as social media goes, and internet and all this other stuff, you could find what you like. And then, because we have a very particular
set of skills. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, this isn't the format to break down X's and O's.
No. It's kind of hard to draw on the whiteboard while I'm driving.
I feel like there's a law against that. I'm still questioning whether there's a law in New York State about
this.
This. Oh. We haven't been pulled over yet.
Not yet. No. Who's going to pull over a Kia?
Sunday drive.
Yeah!
Hey, there we go. Allen, scares me a little bit because there's so many unknown factors about him. He had his senior season degraded so bad.
Oh, did you see how bad his team was, though?
Yeah, but, look at what he's going to be throwing to here and tell me how much better they are.
I'm talking about his team around. His line was depleted.
What's our line?
He didn't have a defense. So he's used to it. You're telling me he's got a year experience.
Yeah, he's got a year experience of treading water at the quarterback position. Great. I'm glad we spent the number 7 overall pick on.
It's all right.
On a life preserver.
Fine. He's got the A.J. McCarron meat shield in front of him. Okay? He'll be fine once he goes down.
That's funny. The A.J. McCarron meat shield.
I'll be on the sideline with the clipboard once you get hurt. You know what I mean? But
but in scale of the rest of the NFL, how much different are the Bills than Wyoming? Like, how much different are they in comparison to the NFL? Because Wyoming had a ton of talent issues. The Bills, admittedly, are having a ton of talent issues on that offense. Mm-hmm. You have half your offensive line is now new, right? The Bills haven't really had a revamp of their offensive line in a long time. Well, it's here now. Mm-hmm. Your receiver core is a bunch of retreads of the season beforehand, right? You hopefully have a healthy Kelvin Benjamin, but that's all you did. You added Kelvin Benjamin.
I believe a majority of our wide receivers are on their last year of their deals. So you're going to get the best out of them this entire season. And you don't think the ceiling for them is very good. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to beat up the wide receiver core too much because I think it could be serviceable in the offense that's being run. Mm-hmm. When you're doing what do you think realistically? They're going to run 65, 70 plays a game?
65.
65? And you think that 35 of those will be runs to some capacity, and 30 are passes.
Yep.
You take away if they pass the ball 30 times, which I think is generous. They'll pass the ball 30 times.
Take 5. We did subtract 5 to the running backs.
I'd go 8. They don't have to all be to Shady. I'm saying 8 go to running backs.
All right, so that gives you 22 passes to throw to receivers. So your point is
you got 5 to Clay. So you got 17 to wide receivers.
So truthfully, how impactful? You got 7 at Benjamin. So you have 10 passes to go to the rest of the receiver core. So your point is,
they can handle
truthfully, how bad is it?
Jones will probably get like 4 or 5, and then you got Streeter and whoever receivers left to handle 5 passes a game. Probably catch 3 of them. Not a big problem. I don't think it's a huge problem within the construct of the game. Now there are things that could open up with a run-first offense, such as play action, which helps them with their routes. Helps them get into space, helps them get into windows. So it's all going to be, if the run game and the offensive line, which I'm worried about even more than the receivers, if that offensive line can't gel early and get some holes for Shady, even though he doesn't really need holes at this point.
Right.
If they can't get that running game going, then it's going to be all downhill after that. You're going to see the wide receivers affected by that.
So let me ask another question then. So the Bills lost a lot of outside presence when... You okay there?
I was waiting.
Oh, okay. The Bills lost a lot of that outside presence when Robert Woods left.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So is the expectation that Benjamin run blocks as well as Wood? Because Robert Woods was outstanding on the outside.
Yes.
And you never replaced that. They never replaced it.
Drafted by Whaley, he saw some Hines Ward in
Right.
Woods,
That's
which he
exactly.
has a little bit of Hines Ward.
Absolutely he does. Absolutely does. He plays nasty at that receiver position.
Yes. One guy on the outside, I don't think that makes that big of a difference because Benjamin came into camp last year at a guard, weight of a guard. So he could have blocked on the outside. I think he would have.
That's true.
Like I said before, a lot of these guys are in the last year of their deals. I think they're going to be doing whatever they can to remain on the field, remain on the team, or remain in the league. So it's not like they're all coming off the rookie deal and they're trying to get paid. These guys have been in the league. They've gotten a few contracts. Now they're going to try to stay in the league. And hey, I have to become a better run blocker. Okay, I got to play gunner on special teams. Okay,
So
I'm going to do all this other stuff.
you had mentioned that play action opens up the rest of the game. What does play action do for a quarterback's rhythm? Does it just make the game simpler because you're trying to get the linebacker to commit down? Is that the whole idea?
You usually have levels when you do play action, okay? Because you could do play action, not fool anybody. So you have to account for that. So what you want to do is you probably have a post, a dig, and then you have a flare underneath that. So what you try to do is, okay, if I get play action to one side, maybe I want to shift the safeties over, I can probably throw the post. If the linebackers come up. Now, if the linebackers stay back, that dig underneath is what I'm going to throw. Okay, neither one of those are open. I got to hit my outlet on the right side. So it opens up so much more stuff as far as you're making. See, the defense's one goal is just to make the offense look stupid. That's the only thing that they have to do.
Right.
So if you can make them think of one thing or the other thing, then you got so much more stuff opens up. So if let's say you go a simple off tackle to the right, you have Clay line up on the right side. You run a fake to Shady to that way. All the flow is going that way.
Right.
And you do a half boot out with Clay coming out on the backside.
Right.
It's stealing. It's 5 yards, 6 yards, maybe even more. So then next time when you run that play, the linebacker who overcommitted may stay for a second with Clay, and you actually run the ball.
Right.
And now you got Shady hitting the corner. So it opens up so much more of your game because you get the defense to hesitate and or go in spots that you want them to go.
So do you think that's why we didn't see a whole ton of play action as the season went on? Because I will be honest with you, the Bills the first 3 games were a different team than the Bills the remaining 13 from an offensive standpoint. I like the Bills offense the first 3 games, but once you get out of those, because you can prepare for those first 3 games for months, but you can't keep preparing down the line. So once the Bills got out of their preparation, what they could really truthfully long-term prepare for, and it became, every week or every 2 weeks preparing for a game, you could really see it fall apart. And the Bills offense totally changed what was working, right? But there was a lot of play action the first 3 games, and then you saw that disappear. Was the play action gone because Tyrod couldn't make it through his reads? Like, you just broke down a very simple play design. Okay, here's look 1, here's look 2, here's look 3, right? Could Tyrod not do that? And that's why those had to go away.
I think it was a combination of he would look 1 and then run. Look 1 and run. That doesn't mean you stop calling play action plays. It just means that you have to coach him more on, listen, pocket's there. Relax. Go through it. Do what you got to do. That's why a lot of those check downs on 3rd and 8, sometimes the defense just gives you that stuff. Okay. Just keep it in front of you. It's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. Let's cover the boundaries. Let's cover the sticks. Make them go second level.
Yeah.
So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll adjust their coverage to, if it's 3rd and 10, the corner will sit right at 10 yards.
Yep.
Keep everything in front of them. Make them throw over you. I remember the game plan that the New England Patriots had against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Big Ben's first year when he went 15-1. When they finally played in the playoffs, was Belichick's goal was to take away everything at the sticks because that's what Big Ben was doing all year. Move the chains.
Just playing with the first,
Exactly. When they made him throw second level, his passes were off. They got picked, and he was out of his rhythm. So I think a lot of times it's very easy to get tendencies on Taylor. After 3 games, everyone's going to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's I looked at his numbers in third downs because I was very curious about the Bills' third down percentage. The Bills actually were really good last year in third down compared to where they had been. They'd typically been third down completion into first downs. They were in the basement of the league previous years. But Taylor's completion percentage on third downs was like almost 68%. It was some massive number. Massive. But then you go and you look, how many of those completions went for first downs?
No, not many at all.
Half.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on plays where he threw the ball, 54% of the time they were first downs.
That's awful.
And on plays that went 3 and out, because that's what I did. I looked at first drive, right? So can you get a first down? That's it. All drives, all season. There were 143 drives. And of those 143 drives, how many of them resulted in a first down?
Mm-hmm.
By penalty, by rush, by whatever, right? The numbers weren't good. On plays, on plays that went 3 and out, he was sacked 16% of the time on 3 and outs. So the drive ended on 3 and out. When it did end, it's because he got sacked 16% of the time. That's a huge number.
Very huge.
A huge number.
Yes.
So,
It's no bueno. That's one a game.
yeah, it kills drives. I mean, taking a sack is just no good. And even though you could say, well, Taylor was trying to escape pressure, doesn't matter. Couldn't find anybody. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then the raging debate is if you're
Throw it away.
If you're for Taylor, then the line didn't. The guys couldn't get open, and the line didn't do anything. If you're against Taylor, you're like, see, you can't get rid of the ball. That's why I'm tired about that. It's almost as boring as the LeBron Jordan debate to me right now.
I don't mind a quarterback throwing the ball away. I don't mind that.
Nobody does.
Get out of the pocket, throw it away. I don't care.
Guys open.
I don't
though.
care.
That's
Yeah.
Then I have a problem with it.
Sure.
He missed a lot of open guys last year.
Yeah,